Hello students, today we will study chapter number 1 of class 6 history. What, where, how and when. क्या, कहाँ, कैसे और कब. People lived along the banks of Narmada river for several thousand years. Gatherers, they were gatherers, collected food and also hunted animals. Let us see Narmada river in the Indian political map. This is Narmada river flowing westwards. It is very clear that since it is river, so the flourishing was very wide. Suleiman and Kirthar Hills, they are located on the northwest side of India. First began to grow crops such as wheat and barley 8,000 years ago. Rearing animals like sheep, goat and cattle lived in villages. These are the qualities of the people living around these hills. Let us see these hills in the Indian political map. These are located on the northwest side of the India. Suleiman and Kirthar Hills are clearly visible here. Garo Hills, northeast side, and Vindhyas in the central India. What are the very specifications of these? These are rich for agriculture. Vindhya is place where rice was first grown. Now Indus and its tributaries. Around 4700 years ago, earlier cities flourished on the banks of rivers. Ganga and its tributary Son. Around 2500 years ago, cities started developing. Let us see these sites on the Indian political map. Garo Hills are on the northeast side. You can see very clearly. Now, Ganga and the Son river. Do you know what is the difference between tributary and distributary? Let me tell about tributary. Tributary is a river which merges into a big river. Okay, just say this Son river is merging in the Ganga, and we have also read about Indus civilization and river. Indus river has five tributaries. First is Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Vyas. Jhelum is also merging in Indus, Chenab, Ravi, Vyas and Satluj. These five are merging in the big river which is called Indus here. Now what is the speciality of south of the Ganga? So you can see south of the Ganga, people believe that it was Magad, the very powerful kingdom, very rich kingdom it was, because the rulers were belong to Mauryan dynasty, then comes Gupta and then others. We will study in detail in the later classes. Now we will see the history of India, means the name India. The word India comes from the Indus, called Sindhu in Sanskrit. We call Sindhu in Sanskrit language. But how it is deformed and becomes India? Around 2500 years ago, Iranians and Greek called the river Indus Hindos or Indos. They spelled it wrong, pronounced it wrong. So it is called India today now. Land to the east of the river was called India. The land which is east to the river Indus is called India, and people were called Hindus. That's why the people living east to the river India or Hindus were called Hindu. This is the main reason of our today's India. Now we also call it Bharata, group of people who believed in the northwest, who lived in the. So people who lived in the northwest side of India were called Bharata. So that is mentioned in the Rig Veda. That's why we call India also Bharat. Now finding about the past. How we get to know about past? We get to know about our past through manuscripts. Do you know what how this manuscript derived from the language? Manu means hand and in Latin language. Script means writing. So handwritten documents were called manuscript. So pages from a palm leaf or birch tree bark from Himalayas. So they used to write on the palm leaf or a birch tree bark, which were usually found in the Himalayas. They were handwritten. They were usually in the Sanskrit, Prakrit, Tamil language. Now we see inscriptions also, like written on stone or metal. Kings, it is usually a record of victory and else. This is very crisp gist of the chapter we are discussing today, because it is giving only an overview and a very precise notes also. Let us now go on the terms like BC. BC stands for before Christ. AD stands for Anno Domini, that means in the year of the Lord. Today we see this uh, timeline is replaced by CE and BCE. Let us see that CE means common era and BCE means before common era, because all the word is not of one religion, so they cannot impose the same timeline to all the people. Today we use BP also, that is called before present use sometimes. Okay, inscriptions contain both language and script. Scholars understand by decipherment. They decipher it. Famous decipherment in Egypt 5000 years ago. Rosetta town, it is a town, and stone inscriptions in three different languages, one in Greek and two in Egyptian forms. So we can see this is given in your NCERT, so that a child can understand very clearly about the history of their past. Here you can see the map. I have marked Kirthar Hills, Suleiman Hills, Vindhyas in the central, Garo Hills in the northeast, Narmada River, which is flowing westward, and Tapti River also flows westwards. This is the map where the civilizations or villages settled when before the Harappa civilization. On the right bottom side of the page, you can see some marks are there. These are the letters or signs um, we have deciphered from Egyptian forms or language. Thank you, students. That's all for this chapter. We have concluded all the things which is important from the point of view of any examination. So, thank you very much.